I'm Steph from Stitching with Steph, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing two Joy Sunday stamped cross-stitch kits, as you can see here on the screen. I've had these in my stash for a little bit, so if I can find links for any of them, I will include those throughout the video. If you're one of my subscribers and you came back to watch another video with me today, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you're not a subscriber and this is the type of content that you like, please feel free to hit that subscription button as I post multiple review videos throughout the week as well as Stitch with Me's. Lastly, if you'd like to follow me on any social media accounts, I do have an Instagram and a TikTok, and my handler over there is stitching_with_Steph, as well as a Facebook account for our group here. That link is down in the description box. All you have to do is fill out the questionnaire and I'll be more than happy to add you. Let's go ahead and dive straight into these reviews. Our first review is, of course, a Joy Sunday kit. It is titled Red Crowned Cranes in the Rising Sun. It is a 14 count. It is 79 by 40 centimeters. It consists of 22 colors, and unfortunately I wasn't able to find a link for this particular design because I've had it in my stash for so long. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this review. Okay, so here is our first review for this video. So it is that Red Crown Crane in the Rising Sun. If I was able to find a link for this for you to purchase, it will be in the description and notated on the intro card. So I got this one because I think cranes are absolutely beautiful and I love the imagery on this one. So this is a little bit of a bigger canvas than what we have been reviewing recently. So let me go ahead and mute the video. We'll go ahead and open this up and see what contents are included in this package. I lied, I forgot to tell you about what's on the back. Just in case you're new here, there's instructions on the back for all Joy Sunday packages. It tells you the instructions on how to go about uh, separating out your threads, how to locate the colors and everything like that. And then it does come in this resealable bag as well. Once we take off the plastic, as you can see that it gets a lot clearer on camera. It's just, I do have multiple lights so we can have really good clarity for the imagery and the floss colors. So there's this image here. It features two main cranes and then several in the background without as much detail. So we do have that cover sheet that comes with it that is just paper. Okay. We do have the paper pattern, and it's that magazine style paper, the canvas, threads, and needles. So let's go ahead and move this to the side, and then we will go over the paper pattern first, just because that's how I do things. I tend to do things in order here. So let's see, it looks like it's going to come in 10 segments and it's broken down just like this, as you see here. Okay, let's see. How many colors do we have? Okay, there it is. It's a full stitch is what it looks like. So no halves, no backs, no nothing like that. So full stitch in 22 colors. Oh my goodness, look at all this 310, guys. All this black right here, all this A symbol is 310. All of this is 310. Wowzers. Okay. So it's going to be this here, this section right here, 310s. So on the paper pattern, you can see how clear the symbols are. You could if I had the zoom on correctly. There you go. You can see how clear all the symbols are. And again, this is not going to match what is on the canvas, right? So we know that with Joy Sundays, the symbols here are not going to match the symbols on the canvas. So since this canvas is larger, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get that one ready for us to review, because I'm going to probably have to review it in like sections because it's so big. So let's go ahead and get that ready for review. And here is the canvas. So as you can see, it's folded up pretty tight. Sorry, guys. It's folded up pretty well here. So there's it fully from top to bottom. So sorry about the scratch. My dog was playing with me and scratched me. So there's the top to the bottom. And then it looks like it's into thirds. So here's one section. Okay. And then here is the other section for you. So right away off the bat, you can see lots and lots of color blocking, right? So even though it is a little bit bigger, it is going to be, it should be relatively easy stitch in the sense of knocking out a lot at once, right? Because even these are all symbols down here. So what I'll do is, let me do this. And then what we'll do is, as you can see, like you see all the symbols, they're just all color blocked. So give me a second. I'm going to lay this back down so I can kind of look at the edging and stuff like that. And what I'm doing by edging is I'm just looking here to see if it's stayed within the printing range. Because I do have a couple of kits that are currently being worked on, that the print is off about a half of a box. And as long as you know before you start stitching that they're off, it makes it a little bit easier for you. So yep, it looks like that they're all lined up. This is 394 stitches by 176 stitches. Let's take a look at all the symbols. So there we go. So they are all full stitches, which is absolutely wonderful for the size of what it is. There is, I think, because there are some squares like here that, I don't know. Give me a second. I'm going to look. Yeah, it says that it's all full stitches. So maybe it's just the way it printed. I'm not sure. So according to the pattern and the key right here, they're all full. So, and it doesn't look like we're going to have any confusion with any of the symbols at all, to be honest. I would say that I wouldn't have any confusion with the symbols. And for me, I've done lots of reviews, and I'm going to be 100% honest if something is not of good quality. And if you send me something of not good quality, I will also do a review on that. So nobody escapes a raw review from me. Just look at how clear that is. Even that half symbol there, or these symbols down here, see them? They're nice and clear. I really do appreciate, I'm pretty excited. I have some canvases coming for collaboration. I've heard really good things about this company, and I'm really excited to get my hands on canvases myself to see the quality myself and do a review. Because like I said, clarity, and see, this is very important. If I tend to be, I'm a night owl because of course, naturally, right, I work night shift. So for me, I do a lot of stitching in the evening for the most part, or the late afternoons. So you won't see me up outside with a cup of coffee in the morning stitching. Like if I do, it's because I've been off of work for several weeks. I do like stitching in natural sunlight when I can, or sitting outside on my porch. So But it's also very nice to have, clear symbols when we're stitching. So let's go ahead and dive into the threads and all the beautiful colors that came with this kit. So just bear with me. I'm going to mute you and prep all of our threads. Okay, so here are all these threads. And it looks like true Joy Sunday fashion. We have 2 needles, so I'm just going to take these off. I've gotten to the point because I've been doing my YouTube channel, and the way that I organize my stuff is I just put all of my needles together. I primarily do 14 and 11 counts. What I have come to learn is the majority of cross stitch companies use the same needle, which is a 24 needle, and you can use that on 11 and 14s. Some people will separate an 11 count from a 14 count, but I separate them by the needle size, which you'd be surprised at how many of them are an actual 24 needle. Okay, it looks like there's 2 cards here. Let me see. 9 and 18. Okay, so it looks like this was a double skein of this. So 9 and 18. So I'm just going to put this one aside because it looks like it's just extra for us to stitch with. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to start off on number 1. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in for us and adjust our clarity so you guys can take a good look at these threads here. Alrighty, friends. So first and foremost, I'm going to adjust my mic so we can do this right. Number 1 is color 310. So as you can see, sorry guys, I got to adjust just so I can get my positioning right because this card of threads is kind of heavy. So number 1 is 310. So there you go, 310, and that is black. Number 2 is like an eggplant color. So it is 154. Number 3 is 915. Number 4 is 3803. Number 5 is 316. It's a really like dusty rose color. It's really pretty. Number 6 is 3727. Number 7 is 3836. I am struggling here to separate these 2 out. Number 8 is 160. Number 9 is 156. Number 10 is 927. Number 11 is 301. Number 12 is 782. Number 13 is 3863. Number 14 is 738. Number 15 is 307. Number 16 is like a real butter color. Like I would say it reminds me of a stick of butter. So number 16 is 3855. Number 17 is 3078. Number 18 is 356. Number 19 is 758. Number 20 is 754. 21 is 3770. 22 is 3865. Oh, so it's 23 colors. Let's see where color 23 is. I'm looking at my list here, guys. So 23, let me look on my canvas here. Huh. I'm not sure. Maybe, you know what? Brain fart. So it's actually 3865. or not 3865, black 310. Wow, geez. See? So what I'm going to do is, so I don't have this brain fart later, I'm actually going to change this to a 01 right now. So see, like I said, you guys get to see the raw deal as I'm working it. So here we go. Oops, sorry guys. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and change this one here to 01. I just zoomed you in so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So 23 is actually color 01. It's kind of weird that they didn't put it on the other card. You know what I mean? The one that has all the extras on them. So this card here that we have, you know what I mean? Like, why didn't they just stick it on here for it? Right here. Like, we have the 9 and the 18, so why wouldn't we just do the 1? You know, as long as I was able to figure it out, I would have when I ran out of this color, to be honest with you. If I didn't catch it now, I probably would have gotten it as I was stitching. So here are all those beautiful colors, guys, again. Look at how pretty those are. It's not just dark colors or neutral tones, like we have quite a bit of color in there, but that black and that sunset is going to get me, guys. And I think some of the bushes and stuff are in black as well. So let me go ahead and get this all cleaned up, and then I'll get the next canvas ready for us to review. Our second Joy Sunday canvas that we're reviewing is titled 5 Crane Picture. It is a 14 count, 81 by 59 centimeters. It consists of 37 colors, and there's not a link for this design as it's been in my stash for so long. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and dive into this review. And here is that second canvas for this week's review. Apparently I think what I did is because I have these organized in my boxes according to like category, and I was just pulling them out of my box like, oh, let's just review these two today. So apparently it was crane day today to do cranes. So as you can see here, it is 5 cranes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I originally purchased this image, I just loved the background and how it was like the cranes stand out against the background, how it looks like watercolor on the back of the image here. So if I was able to find a link for this, I will include it in my introduction card for this particular canvas. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger here. So it's going to take me a minute to review the canvas, a little bit longer than I usually do. So in typical Joy Sunday fashion, I sometimes wonder, because this bag's kind of heavy, I haven't pulled this canvas out yet. Like, how do they get them in and out of these bags so good without ripping them repeatedly? You know what I mean? So it's a resealable bag. This particular canvas, because it is larger, I would suggest having a project bag ready for this one, because if you're going to keep taking this in and out of here, eventually you're going to be rubbing your floss like fuzzy and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and mute you. I'm going to take everything out of the bag, and then we'll dive into the contents and then the review of the canvas and threads. Okay, friends, so here we go here. I'm going to just readjust just a smidge so that way, there we go. I like that angle a little bit better. So we have that front cover sheet. Paper, love it. I wish that they did the paper pattern in this. Like, it would be so much easier for people that like to reference the pattern of marking stuff off. So it does come with everything included, the cotton fabrics, threads, needles, the instructions. And Joy Sunday just uses standard cotton floss on their kits. This comes with I wouldn't even say paper pattern. It comes with paper booklet. So there's that. The canvas and threads and needles. So let's go ahead and it's so funny because around my desk I have like everything like sprawled out around me in organization. So this has 37 colors. So it's going to be pretty detailed. Again, these symbols are not going to match what's on the canvas. So if you're going to have to reference this, you're going to have to cross-reference what is on the canvas. They're all full stitch, so there's no back stitch. And something that's this large, I would very much appreciate full stitches. And it looks like I want to get to the pages where like the cranes are. Let me see. Ah, there they are. There they are. So I like how the detail of the eye is used with stitches, not necessarily like a French knot or anything like that. I think it's because the canvas itself is fairly large. And then here's the grasses. I love looking through the paper patterns just to see. It gives you a good idea of what the image is going to look like since the colors are similar. So, and there it is broken up into the sections. So 18 sections altogether, guys. Could you imagine trying to load this pattern if you had to do like a counted on this pattern into like whatever app you're using? Oh my goodness. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and separate out the threads and the canvas, and then we'll go over those two together. And here is it all folded up in its nice little glory. So let's see what we have here. So it looks like it's folded into thirds. That's going to be really pretty. This is the sun. That's going to be really pretty once all the threading is done. Like, look at that. Look how pretty that is. I remember when I very first started doing stamped cross stitches, I didn't, I don't know what I was thinking. For some reason, I was like, well, this doesn't look like the image, not realizing that the symbols were, it was kind of like a color by number, but I didn't understand that when I first got it. And then as I started like reading the instruction, I was like, oh, it makes sense. So here's the middle section. Okay. And again, like my table's pretty big. It's like my whole arm. So that tells you how big this is. Oh, look at the grass here, guys. Yep, it's going to have like that gradient effect. That's exactly what I was wanting when I saw this image. Let me see if I can find so like right here, see, it's going to have like that gradient watercolor effect. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Okay. Unfortunately, it looks like there's going to be a lot of like, as you can see, it's going to be blocking, but you're going to be going back and forth between symbols. I would say that there's a lot of color blocking, but not as much as ones that I've reviewed earlier in the week. Like up here, right? Like this, all this orange is going to be super easy peasy. Like this stuff here where those are spread throughout. Yeah, we'll be doing like pin stitches on these here. And depending on how lazy I feel, I'm going to be honest with you, I might just carry my thread over. We'll see when the time comes. And this is a full canvas. I wasn't sure whether or not if it was because up here, and I forgot to check it in the paper pattern, but up here it is a full canvas. Okay, let's check the other section. Oh wow, look at that. And it's 402 by 280 stitches, guys. So that would explain why I'm having a hard time fitting it all in the camera. And I'm just looking on the edges here. Bear with me to make sure it's printed correctly here. Okay. It looks like that it's printed and aligned correctly. And so it is, again, Joy Sunday fashion. All edges are serged. This is for 1, 2, 3. Let me see. 1, 2. This is 3 of times folded, right? So, but look at how floppy that is. So yeah, let's take a look at some of the symbols. So let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and focus this for you. Oops, sorry about that. So there are those symbols. Sometimes when I have symbols like this, you're going to laugh. My camera goes a little crazy. It's like, see how it's like, I don't know what I should focus on. And I'm like, you focus on the symbols, little mister. um, which can tend to make it a stitch with me a little bit harder. That's why you guys will see sometimes like a white line, because I'll put like a solid piece of fabric or something in there. But when it has a lot of weird symbols like this, see what it does? But it's okay, no biggie. It's only on the super dark ones too, like this. Oh, see, look at how much confetti is right here. You see that? So I would say there's a good amount of confetti throughout all this. Let's look at the top piece here. There's a good amount of confetti as well as like solid patches, right? So like it's really solid here, right? But then it confettis into this and that. But that's because it gives it that like gradient effect, which is honestly what I was really excited about, which now that I've been doing cross stitch for a long time, I should have known I was going to be a glutton for punishment. Again, look at all those. One thing I've learned is if it's a watercolor effect type canvas, it's going to have a lot of confetti in it because it's trying to blend everything together, if that makes sense. I hope it does. If it doesn't, leave a comment below. I'll try to explain it a little bit further. But like, for example, it looks like it's kind of blowing in the wind, right? So it's going to gradient into that. So the canvas, this is going to be probably another one of my big projects. So my koi one is coming along nicely, but I don't see me starting this project anytime soon within like next year or so. But I would love to get to this because it's very pretty and there's a lot of detail on this. To be honest with you, I might make this my next quote unquote big project because it is a relatively large size. Like I would not want to stitch this in my hand. I would want to put it on my floor stand just because of the size that it is. So let me go ahead and get all the threads ready because there is quite a bit, and then we'll go into the colors into detail and the quality of those threads that came with this kit. All right, and here are all of these colors. Like when I said, it was a lot of thread. It's a lot. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and disassemble all of this so we can break it down and we can go over the colors. I guess I should get my color list out, right? So we can kind of go over them. So we have 37 colors we're going to be going over, guys. Put that on my lovely stand so I can see. And then my needles. And again, if you're new here, or if you're not, size 24 will do just fine with a 14 and 11 count. That's typically what they include in all of their kits. So I just kind of toss them all into one container since that's what I mostly do. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 3 cards here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to disassemble all this right quick. Let's see, 21, 31. So I'm going to use my noggin here and assume that these are extra colors. So yeah, because see 17, 17, 18. So on the older kits, they used to just put extra like cards, like they would loop them in there for you. Now they'll just give you like a whole hank or a whole skein of one. But on the older kits, they used to do it like this. So these are all extras. So let's put those to the side. And let's go ahead and dive into like the first set of colors that we have here. Let's see, where are we at? Number 1? Yep, okay. So So number 1 is 151. It is this pretty pink color. Number 2 is black 310. I kind of feel like with the cranes, like if you didn't have black 310 in there, would it even be a crane picture, I guess? Number 3 is 322. And I like looking at the darker colors to see how fuzzy they are, pilly, which they're not, as you can see. And even on the light colors, you can tell they're not pilly at all. So number 4 is 334. Number 5 is 336. Number 6 is 340. Number 7 is 341. Number 8 is 353. Number 9 is 369. Number 10 is 472, which is it's kind of like a light lime green. That's the best way to explain it. Number 11 is 666. Number 12 is 700. Number 13 is 701. Number 14 is 702. Number 15 is 703. So these are all in sequence. I've noticed sometimes they're all in sequence and you can see the shades going a little bit darker. And then 16 is the next sequence over. But you see how you can slowly see the colors? And that's going to give you like that gradient effect within the grass, right? So let's go to 16. 16 is 704. So it's going to be right here just like that with these ones. See it? Okay. Number 17 is 775. Number 18 is 796. Number 19 is 797. Number 20 is 798. Number 21 is 799. Number 22 is 800. Number 23 is 818. Number 24 is 938. Number 25 is 951. Number 26 is 967. Number 27 is 3350. It's like a pinkish purple. Hold on, let me see. There's that against the white, okay? Number 28 is 3708. 29 is 3731. 30 is 3733. So here's all of those colors, 1 through 30, and then we'll go into the next card. I think it's a pretty good range of colors. Okay, you're going to still see those in the camera, but it's a-okay. 31 is 3747. 32 is 3755. 33 is 3756. This is like a silverish white. So I don't know if you guys can kind of see it next to the white. It's like a silvery white. Okay, number 34 is 3808. It's like a peacock green. As you can see right here. There you go. You guys can see my ring light. 35 is 3809. 36 is 3841. And 37 is 3855. So let's go ahead. What I'll do is I'll slide this in between so that way you can kind of get an idea of all the colors all together. Okay, here we go. Those are all the colors that we're going to be stitching with on this canvas. It's going to be so pretty. Every time I do a review, I'm always like, oh, it's so pretty. I want to put this in my starts. And I'm just like, girl, when are you going to stop doing that? Alrighty, so let me go ahead and clean this up and then we'll wrap up this video. All right, that concludes this video for those reviews for this week. If you're a subscriber and you hung out with me till the end, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out with me during our videos and your feedback. If you're not a subscriber and this is the type of content that you like, feel free to hit that subscribe box and the like button for this video. If you'd like to follow me on other social media accounts, I do have Instagram and TikTok, and my user handler over there is stitching_with_Steph. And I also have a Facebook account for our stitching group, and that's Stitching with Steph. That link is down in the description box. I do post videos several days a week, so if that's something that you're interested in, again, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and follow us along with this journey. I would love to have you along. Until next time, I'll see you guys in either another review or another stitch with me. And until then, you guys have a great day. Bye-bye.